Welcome, Fragcom community. This is another video from Sense, Sherry, and Siage. I'm so glad that you're here. If you love niche perfumes and if you are a greedy gourmand girl like me, please stick around and click like, click share, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and thank you so much for joining me for another discussion about some niche perfumes. So I have two that I want to get into today, and I have been exploring the house of Xerjoff for about a year. I had the opportunity to buy some 30 mLs, and you can get some of those 30 mLs at Harrods of London. And it gives you an opportunity to buy fragrances that you love or that you may grow to love. But if you want to travel with them, those 30 mLs come in handy when you want to put them in your travel carry-on and go, or if you perhaps have to pack them and check your bag. You don't have to worry about losing a 75 or a 50 or 100 ml bottle if something happens to your luggage. So I love exploring some of the fragrances. So you have a little bit more than 10 mLs in a decant. And if you really love the fragrance, you can put that to the side, buy your backup bottle, and then you can have one for home and one for travel. That's just a little tip that I have come across as I've been exploring this fragcom space and traveling with your fragrances when you want to smell good as you're going about the globe. You know what I'm saying? So what we want to talk about tonight is what's going to be one of my favorites. I believe it's a 2012 release, but it's new to me. From the house of Xerjoff, the Join the Club line, More Than Words. This collection, I'm looking forward to exploring it. I did also purchase Ivory Root, but since I was wearing More Than Words today, and I was in love with it and the experience that I had, I wanted to get it in a review very quickly. So I'm going to be talking about things that I purchased in 2022 and what I purchased in 2023, because this is a budding perfume channel. So bear with me, and we're going to go through this together. So More Than Words. First of all, the bottle is outstanding. The craftsmanship is just top tier. The juice is such a beautiful, almost cognac color, and the ombre effect that it has with the bottle and the blue is just, it's really great. I love it with the gold embossed Xerjoff X. I love it. And what I can appreciate about the tops of the Xerjoff perfumes, they're sealed, and the craftsmanship is so airtight. When you put the top on the bottle, you don't have to worry about the oxidation process and that air seeping into your perfume and distorting the DNA and perhaps weakening the experience. If you keep your fragrances stored in a cool environment, dark environment like a closet or something where it's climate controlled, you will definitely get the longevity that you want from your experience. So what I can tell a lot in relationship to niche perfumes and what my experience has been thus far, okay, I wasn't expecting that, is I can put the bottle to my nose. Please get in the comments if you've had this experience as well. When I put a fragrance to my nose, and maybe I haven't even sprayed the atomizer once, if I can smell the juice without even hitting the tester, I know that I'm onto something. So this has tremendous sillage, and it lasts all day long, all day. I was working with my colleagues today, and they were like, oh no, we smell you, and it's a linger. When you left the area, we were trailing you. That's what I'm talking about. Every time I wear a fragrance, that's the effect that I want. Now, does that happen? No, because when you're trying different fragrances, how it works on your chemistry, how you sprayed that day, the performance just may not be what you expected it to be. But this was A1, and I have to say, with the Xerjoff fragrances, I've experienced more positive than negative, period. Amazing. I have a few perfumes from the Cosmorati line as well, but I'm really enjoying this. So More Than Words, JTC, let's get into it. You're talking about your top notes of amber. You're talking about the oud. I love oud. I love all things oud. This is a clean, smooth oud. I can't even say anything else. That's what it is. I'm sticking to it. So you have fruity, floral, warm and spicy, woody, sweet, fresh, and spicy at the base. So woody, sweet, fresh, and spicy at the base. What I can appreciate about this, living in South Florida, you almost are committed to finding fragrances that are fresh, clean, green, very open, not very incensey. They have a lot of range, and it's not like you're choking yourself out when you're putting on the fragrance. I'm from up north. I don't even understand that. So for me, I'm wearing what I want when I want based on how it smells and what I'm trying to capture for a memory that day or what mood I'm in for the moment. This particular fragrance is so outstanding. I just got a call. This particular scent is so outstanding. It's a masterpiece. I love it. I believe this will be a forever fragrance in my collection. I am that impressed with it. On day one of wear, I'm going to continue to play with it. I did play with it on my arm, around the house, just to give it a whirl, but I did a full-on submersion today, and this is 10 out of 10. Would highly recommend. Get your nose on it if you love oud, if you love Middle Eastern fragrances, if you love spicy fragrances, and you don't want it to be too suffocating because the scent feels a bit heavy. This is a perfect balance of bordering on heavy, but bringing it back to fresh, light, spicy, but it's wonderfully crafted in this particular fragrance. Xerjoff, More Than Words, is outstanding. So now we're going to get into what I know I should be wearing all year round in South Florida, but I'm just a rebel. You can't be someone that loves gourmands and ouds and you're relegated to wearing it maybe 10 days out of the year when it decides to have a little bit of a cold snap in Florida. You're going to delve in. So, and I'm always going to be a Jersey girl to my heart, so it is what it is. But from the V collection of Xerjoff, we've heard about it, we've discussed it. She's a banger. And Greta Beth, who is an amazing person. I love her vibe. We've emailed a couple of times just on a couple of fragrances, and she rendered some advice as I'm starting my new channel and letting me perhaps explore some of the fragrances that she has. So I'm going to take you up on that, Greta, but I wanted to give you your shout out for being so kind and nice and receptive to a newcomer on the block. So thank you. But because of the recommendation and the review of Greta Beth, I got Herba Pura from the V collection of Xerjoff. Again, bar none, craftsmanship. It's just classy. You can't buy class. Tops, A1. Bottle, A1. Love the gold X here. Everything is just top of the line, and I can appreciate the fact that there are multiple sizes. I know this comes in a bigger bottle, but I was again exploring several of the Xerjoff lines, and I wanted to get really more of a potpourri experience with what they had to offer because I had really been delving into the Cosmorati line, Italica, Dama Bianca, 1818 if I'm not mistaken, and I do have another one, Dolce something, that I love, but we'll talk about those at another time. But this Herba Pura, when I went to Osme this weekend, Wynwood section of Miami, to this perfumery, I fell in love with this because I could wear this all year round in South Florida and still have a wonderful sillage, a wonderful light, fruity, fresh, open smell, and know I have the staying power, much like perhaps an oud or a heavier fragrance, but it's appropriate for the season. And again, I believe you can wear what you want when you want, but sometimes, you know, you want to have that fresh, clean, open experience, and citrus and greens and aquatic fragrances really do that, especially when it's always sunny and bright and you can jump on, you know, a little boat party, or you can basically enjoy the outdoors at a market, festival, whatever, because there's always something going on cultural in sunny South Florida. So refreshing. So as described, it's an enticing elixir that captivates and charms. I would agree with Xerjoff on the marketing and how they pulled that together. Fresh and fruity and thoughtfully contemporary in spirit. That's what I can enjoy. Who wants to smell dated and aged in their fragrances, right? This is definitely contemporary, and I do agree with the Sicilian orange, lemon with the Mediterranean fruit basket at the heart. Definitely is captured in this. It doesn't just smell like a regular degular fruit basket. That's not what this is giving. This is definitely a fruit basket that you would get in your travels with exotic fruits that you just can't pick up at the, the local Publix, girl. This is wonderful. So, rich and mysterious, tactile beauty of velvet, which I can appreciate. So let's get into these olfactory notes. Orange and lemon from Sicily, Calabran bergamot, fruity basket from the Mediterranean, amber and vanilla beans from Madagascar, white musk. Amber, vanilla beans from Madagascar, and white musk are in the base of this fragrance. It's just stacks on stacks on stacks of good notes. Beautiful, a lovely experience, very fresh, refreshing, and very fresh. So I'm going to enjoy playing around with this. I'm so glad that I was able to get my nose on this in a really good way at Osme of Wynwood in Miami. So again, if you ever have the opportunity to come to the Miami area, check out Osme. The owners are fantastic, wonderful co-ownership, and they'll work with you, and they're just a joy. And I will definitely be coming back. It's going to be a part of my new playground. So once again, welcome and thank you for coming to my channel and visiting with me today. Again, we're going to wrap up this particular video of Scents, Sherry, and Sillage, and we are going to explore more and more of the perfumes that I purchased not only in 2022, but going into 2023, and so much more. You stay encouraged, motivated, and don't let these streets get you down. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.